And Adrian Dix is here, and he said this is the song that's leading the campaign.
This is the song they've been playing before I speak. Last night in Kamloops they played it, and it's a good song. It's a good thing. Like a change is going to come. That would work too. It's a little Sam Cooke here, but early in the morning I think we got to do something a little higher, higher beat here, higher and higher.
And you know what? It's a good segue into the first question we've got to ask you, because obviously everybody's talking about the BC economy, and voters right now listening to your platform are wondering how the NDP can pay for the plan.
Well, I think what we've done is different than the Liberals did in the last campaign. You'll remember they campaigned on opposing the HST. They weren't going to bring it in. Then they brought it in. So we've just said how we're going to pay for everything. We put forward specific plans and said how everything would be paid for before the election.
So can you go into specifically how you break that down? I know it's an involved process, but just if there's a voter watching right now going, I don't know which way I'm going with this, and the economy is the most important thing to me, is there one nugget in there that speaks to the majority of British Columbians?
Well, I think the difference is this. The Liberals have a jobs plan. They've lost 34,800 private sector jobs since they brought it in. And why is that? Because basically they've been running TV ads. That's the whole jobs plan. I think we got to be more serious than that. So we're focused on skills training. A lot of business people tell me, met with hundreds of them, that if they had the right workers, if they had skilled workers, they could hire them today. But our system isn't producing that. And a lot of young people find themselves without jobs. And we have a situation where we have jobs without people and people without jobs. So our job as a provincial government is to make sure young people and others transitioning in the workforce are, prepared for the workforce.
Getting the skills they need.
Skills and platforms and issues have been discussed, but the engagement is so important. We have had this discussion on and on Breakfast Television. In 2005, 58% voter turnout. 2009, it was down to just under 51%. Yeah. I mean, we could talk about all these things, but if no one's coming out to vote, nothing's going to change. How do you, as a leader, reach out and engage all of our voters here in the province?
I think it's one of the key questions. It's why we've run the campaign we've had. Liberals have been running negative attack ads against me for 18 months. And I think that discourages people from the political process because they're not in on the discussion. A lot of it is about issues that they're not in on. It's politicians talking to politicians. So I try not to be personal. The Premier has made some mistakes too, like personal mistakes in the campaign that have been raised. I don't raise them. I accept when people apologize for things and they say they take responsibility, I accept that. I think we have too much debate about personal stuff and not enough about the issues. Young people, you say 51%, it's less than that because there are hundreds of thousands of people who aren't registered to vote. That's the percentage of registered voters. We got to do something to change that. Specifically, I propose that we allow in high school young people to get registered before their 18th birthday. So what happens, you turn 18 and you're not registered to vote, you're not getting the information, that we can change that. And I think another problem for young people is the elections are all held in May. So in your first vote, a lot of young people are at university or college or doing different things. May is a time when they're going off to summer jobs. So where you're living is not where you're living in May. So this discourages young people from voting. So I think the election should be in the fall, which we proposed. In addition, during the school year, which is important, and that we should make sure that every young person at 18 is automatically registered to vote by registering them at 16 and 17 when they're in high school, which is not hard to do. Everyone's together.
Interesting thought. All right, well, thank you very much for being here. Our time has flown by. We appreciate it, and best of luck to you over the next 5 days. And the message to everybody come May 14th is to get out and vote.
Absolutely.
Regardless of who you vote for, you make your decision. Do the homework, as we just discussed, you discussed with Michelle McDermott, because that's the big thing, is be informed about this election and then cast your vote. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.